everyone. Uh, okay, so we discussed strings last few times. We did first print, very basic, then we did numbers, and then we did strings. And today we are going to cover lists. Okay, now based on the last video on strings, which was 38 minutes, and based on the some of the feedback that I got, I gave this some thought, and from now on what I will do, rather than make the videos long like last time it was like 40 minutes or so, I will split the lesson into like maybe 10 minutes or so each time video. That way, a people can maintain more focus and can follow better, and the videos are not too long and not too boring. And b, if somebody isn't like, there are people out there who are not interested in knowing everything there is to know about a certain topic, like 40 minutes on string, then they can, based on the description, and I'll try to incorporate as much as I can in the title itself what we're covering. They can pick and choose, what they want to learn on a specific topic, like what subtopic they want to. Of course, it's better to learn the entire thing, but at least there'll be the choice. And yeah, so we're gonna split these videos like so. And so, like, for example, for lists, it's gonna take many videos, but what I will do is, in the title I will say like lists 1, lists 2, okay, and so on. So that means there's going to be a continuity of many videos just on lists before we jump in to the next topic. So yeah, so as for lists, this is a very exciting lesson. Lists are very important in Python. There's a lot to say. And so I will do it in 10 minutes or so increments videos, okay? So there's definitely going to be more than one, because okay, so let's jump into it. So it's an object. Lists are an object in Python, okay, and it's a type of a sequence, and the Python list is the most general sequence that is provided by Python. Okay, they are positionally ordered collections of objects. Okay, they don't have to have any specific size. You can have anywhere from no elements inside the list to up to as many elements as you'd like. Also, very important, lists are mutable. Okay, so let me write this here. Lists are mutable, very important. What that means is, unlike strings, lists can be modified in place. Okay, so I could add to a list, I can remove from a list, I can append a list, and so on and so forth. So they're a very flexible tool to represent a collection, okay, of say, like, for example, files in a folder, or employees in a database, or emails in an inbox or something like that. Okay, so because they are sequences, so they are mutable. Let's write this second thing down. So first, they are sequences. Okay, so they're sequences. They are a general sequence. Okay, general example sequence of a Python language. So because they are sequences, they also support all the sequence operations that we've discussed before, with strings. So go back and see the video string, the one before this one, if you haven't seen it. So all these operations, so I will not repeat everything we did with strings, because all these operations, they are common also to lists. The only difference is that you get results as lists, not as strings. Okay, so let's first give a quick example on a list. So we said it's a sequence, it's an order. So I'm just gonna call let's just call it L. Okay, I'm gonna call it with an L, and so I'm gonna assign a list to L. So the way you write a list in Python is, you open these two brackets here, okay, and then you put stuff in them. So, like, say, one, numbers. You can also put strings inside, like say fan, okay, and you can put decimals like 1.7 and so on. You can put whatever you like. So this is a list, okay. And now the first thing is there are 3 elements inside this list, correct? So if I need just like strings, I can say length, len of L, okay, and it's gonna tell me that there are three elements inside the list: one, fan, and 1.7. We can also index the lists, right? So that list L that I created, let's say I want the first element in the list, in the sequence. So I would say L. Remember, the first Python indexes at 0, so we start at 0, okay. So now we are doing indexing here, okay. So let me write that down. So indexing, and if I type here L brackets 0, actually small l, I called it small l, and it's gonna give me 1 because the first element in my list is 1, you know. And I could do also L of the last element, right? So remember, if I want to start from the last, I can either say 0, 1, 2, so that would be the second, or I can equally say L of minus 1. That's going to pick the last element in the list, and you can see it's 1.7. So the first element is 1, and the third element is 1.7. And clearly the second element, if I were to do L1, I would get the one in the middle, right? So that's fan. Okay, so I would get it back a string. Okay, now indexing. So we can also slice, right? So we can slice just like we did with strings. So I could say, okay, give me the elements from say start at the very beginning. So remember, on the left of the column, if I don't put anything, that just means 0. Start at the very beginning and go to the very last. The last would be minus 1, and you can see this is gonna give me the small l. This is gonna give me the entire list, right? Uh, uh, 1 and fan. 1 second. Uh, yeah, excluding the last one, right? So remember the indexing. So if I put minus 1 here, it's gonna give me everything excluding the last one. And notice that when I slice it, the answer is given in a list, right? So if you slice a list, you get a list back as your output. um, and I can also do a concatenation. So I can say, okay, um, to my list L, add another list. Let's say I want to add 2, 3, 4, right? And you can see I get both of my lists back, the original list back, in addition to the new list 2, 3, 4, all in one list. So now this is in U list, okay? This is in U list. Okay, I can also do repeat my list twice. So you can see that it gives me back a list with the elements of the list repeated twice. One fan 1.7, one fan 1.7. Okay, now if I do L, if I enter L, do you think I will get any of these new ones? No, I will get the original list back. Okay, we're not changing the original list. Okay, so now let's talk about um, the um, the uh, there's no let's talk about some of the specific operations for lists. Okay, they have no fixed type constraint. The list, so for example, they have no fixed size, so they can grow and they can shrink on demand. Okay, and one of the ways to grow a list is to append in the list. So this is one of the method calls. Okay, this is one of the method calls we can use in order to add. So I could say, for example, to my original list L, okay, very important. This is very commonly used L dot. So that's the list I'm appending to. Okay, and append is the key word here. Okay, and I can add to my list, say, anything. I could say add Kim, okay? And now if I print L, look at this. It appended Kim to. It usually appends to the very last, okay? It appends to the very last, so it adds the new elements to the end of your original list. I can also remove elements out of the list, so I can say L dot, and then I can say pop. Pop means remove, and I would have to specify which one I need to remove. So now my L has my 4. If I need, say, to remove 1.7, 1.7 happens to be on the second index, right? Because it starts 0, 1, 2. So I could say 2, and then that's gonna pop 1.7. Okay, so now if I print L, it tells you which one it popped out, and if I print L again, look at this. Now it's missing 1.7 because I removed that 1.7. So the append method expands the list size and inserts the new item at the very end. The pop method, it's equivalent to a delete or remove. It removes an item at a given offset that you can specify with your code, with what I had here. Okay. Uh, others Other list methods: insert an item. You can insert. You can remove by saying remove. Um, you can add at the end by extend, and so on. You can always go to the documentation of Python. There's quite a bit. So there's insert, there's extend, there's remove. Okay, there's also sort. Okay, sometimes if your list is not sorted, you can always, like, say, let's do an example. Let's say I have a list L. I will define another list. Okay, and let's say it's B, E, A, C, A, B, C, and then let's put D. Okay, and alphabetically this is not sorted, right? So let's say I want to oops, I need to put these all in quotes. Sorry about that. So let's just do C, comma, E, D. Let's just use 4. Okay, just so we can keep it short. A, and then B. Okay, and you can see alphabetically this is not sorted. So let's say I want this sorted alphabetically from A all the way to D. So then one method call is L dot sort. Okay, so first the name of the list, dot the keyword sort, and then open this, and then you can see if I were to print out L, look at this. It sorted them in alphabetical order A, B, C, D. Another one would be reverse. So now it's the other way around. So it flips the order. So if I say L dot, oops, L dot reverse, okay, and then I print out L, look at this. It goes from D to A now. Okay, so this is the sort method. Okay, so next time, let's stop here on this video, and in lesson 2 I will continue lists. We're not done with lists. I will continue lists on I will cover more stuff on lists. So thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. And if you would like to help us and support us in keeping all these information available for free for the public, please don't hesitate to, if you can and able to donate to us in the email address I will leave in the description. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.